Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, 2 Westmoreland men charged for attempting to steal metal pipes from establishment in Frome. A taxi operator and a delivery man in Westmoreland have been charged by the police for allegedly breaking into an establishment in Frome and loading a truck with metal pipes. Charged with simple larceny and malicious destruction of property are 67-year-old cabbie Robert Temeko and 33-year-old Neddy Williams. According to the Frome police, around 8 p.m. on Friday, July 25, an employee of the company caught the men stealing metal pipes and loading them into a motor truck. Checks revealed that they had reportedly gained entry to the premises by cutting through the perimeter fence. The police say the employee then blocked the men's path to prevent them from leaving and summoned the police. Upon their arrival, the police observed the metal pipes valued at approximately $152,000 in the vehicle, along with damage to the perimeter fence. Both men were taken into custody and subsequently charged on Sunday, July 27. Mom pleads for help to find the missing teen. When Sashana White checked the time at 4 p.m. on Thursday, July 24, and realized that her daughter, Kevona Bailey, had not returned home from summer school at Excelsior High, she instantly knew something was wrong. Immediately, she began searching for the 13-year-old, but the teenager has not been seen since. It's rough, and it's like me can't even put it into words to explain how me feel at this moment, White told the news. We have searched everywhere for my daughter, and the police are doing their best, she said. White is now pleading with those responsible for her daughter's disappearance to send her home immediately. May I beg whoever have my daughter to just make she come home. We just want her to come home. My daughter did not run away. Somebody is responsible for her disappearance, and me just beg them send her home, please, White said. The teenager, who is from Tivoli Gardens in West Kingston, was last seen on Charles Street, Kingston 14. At the time of her disappearance, she was wearing a navy blue and a black Puma suit. Thursday was the last day of summer school, and it normally over 1:30, so normally she reached home by like after 2 p.m. or after 3 p.m. thereabout, because a taxi she take, White said. When me see 4 o'clock and then 4:30, she still not reach home. Me pack up my stall and start look for her. When me go at the school, no one was there, and the security say him not remember if him see her. Me go halfway through and then town, and me still not see her. So me go to the station, the mother said. White said she is still uncertain whether her daughter, who she described as a quiet and well-mannered girl, made it to summer school that day. She has received mixed responses from teachers and students. Some say she come and others saying they didn't see her, so I don't know, the mother said. She told the news that it would be out of character for the young teen to run away. Kevona is a nice little quiet girl. That little girl no give me no type of problem. A house she grew in her. And just recently she had tell her grandmother say she don't know her neighbors. She stay in, and that is why me say, if them even have her somewhere, she probably don't even know how to escape, White lamented. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Kevona Bailey is being asked to contact the Denham Town Police at 876-922-6441 or 119. NIA supports proposals for increased transparency in IC law. Corruption watchdog National Integrity Action says it strongly supports the proposed reforms of the Integrity Commission Act, including the publication of statutory declarations by all members of the executive and a review of the controversial gag clauses. During a recent political rally, opposition leader Mark Golding, the president of the People's National Party, said an administration led by him would amend the gag clauses in the ICA to strike a balance between privacy and the public's right to know. Golding signaled that he would review the New Zealand model when effecting proposed changes. The opposition leader also told the party supporters that he would make changes to the ICA to allow for the statutory declarations of members of the executive to be published for public scrutiny. At present, the ICA mandates that the statutory declarations of the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition be published in the Gazette. In June this year, a joint select committee reviewing the ICA rejected a recommendation to expand the categories of government officials whose statutory declarations should be gazetted. The Norman Manley Law School had recommended to the Joint Select Committee that Section 42(3)(b) should be expanded to have a summary of the statutory declarations of ministers of government published for public scrutiny. However, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck, who is a member of the committee, and the committee chairman Edmund Bartlett said that they would not accept such a proposal. Julian Robinson, another committee member on the opposition side, said he also would not be supporting the recommendation. Asked to comment on the latest proposals by Golding, Daniel Archer, Principal Director of NIA, said that these suggestions signal a deeper commitment to transparency, ethical leadership, and democratic accountability. In its submission to Parliament in 2022, NIA recommended that the New Zealand model be adopted as it offers a principled balance in that it protects the reputational fairness while honoring the public's right to know. Archer argued that to solidify these reforms, NIA is pushing for a comprehensive code of conduct grounded in the New Land principles: selflessness, integrity, objectivity, accountability, openness, honesty, and leadership. Embedding these standards will cultivate a governance culture where transparency is the norm, public interest guides action, and the trust is earned through principled conduct, she said. The Integrity Commission had invited all parliamentarians to sign a code of conduct anchored in the New Land principles. To date, members of the parliamentary opposition have signed the document, but government lawmakers have not signed the code presented by the anti-corruption body. In New Zealand, the Serious Fraud Office is the lead law enforcement agency for investigating and prosecuting serious financial crime, including bribery and corruption. It is also tasked with anti-corruption prevention. With respect to investigations, the SFO considers several matters before making a public statement so as to enhance but not to compromise the investigation. The factors on the basis of which the SFO decides whether to issue a public statement include public interest, reputational damage or harm to individuals or businesses under investigation, level of detail required to ensure high levels of accuracy in reporting, and other information which is in the public arena. Section 53(3) of the ICA states that until the tabling of a report in Parliament, all matters under investigation by the Director of Investigation or any other person involved in such investigation should be kept confidential, and no report or public statement shall be made by the Commission or any other person in relation to the initiation or conduct of the investigation. Additionally, Section 56 of the ICA states that a person concerned in the administration of this Act shall regard and deal with as secret and confidential all information, statutory declarations, governmental contracts, prescribed license, and all other matters relating to any matter before the Commission. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.